So the Warriors getting prepared for the task at hand. Coming to you live on 2K. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Celtics. Smart is out there with Brown. We've got Williams. You simply have to respect the tremendous skill he has down low, the work ethic and athletic ability to make a big impact under the boards. And it's Horford at the four-man position. And for the Warriors, they've got Draymond Green. We will see him go to work on that low block. One of the great centers right now in the league. And there's Klay Thompson, and it's Wiggins in at the 4 spot.
Not many teams, guys, in the East did very well against the West last season. And with that in mind, you can call Boston's 14-16 record against the conference better than most.
Here's Poole. There's the block. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And for the Celtics against the West, even in the shortened season, they were having a lot of trouble with some of the bigger lineups, Steve. More of the up-tempo teams out west.
Well, the Celtics were old and a little bit small, too. Kevin Garnett played center last year, so they played a lot of small lineups. And when you're small and you're old, sometimes that's going to cost you, particularly on the road.
Brown outside. Lock at 6. Pass to Smart. Shot from 16. Connects. The jumper drops.
Smart. That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
On defense, the Celtics. 4-point game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Swatted away. Leads him in there. It's intercepted. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. And he makes good on the way.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And also, he catches a lot of defenders off balance, Steve, with his ability to pull up and drain shots off the bounce. It's a very effective skill to have.
Brown kicks to Horford. Smart. Brown outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, he got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
There's the basket. Poole shoots the 3. Up again, and it's Green with the jam.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him here.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in sight.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you look at the turnaround last season for Golden State. A lot of it has to do with the steadying presence of Jarrett Jack and Carl Landry off the bench. Both players brought a toughness and a level of competitiveness that was maybe missing from the Warriors the year before.
And for the Warriors, such an impressive turnaround last season, but financial constraints, Clark, make it tricky for them, make it tricky for anybody to keep teams together.
Well said, but I give the ownership credit for making the commitments necessary to put themselves in a good position going forward, Kevin. After such an impressive postseason showing, I think they want to continue that momentum.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota, with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
It's Brown with the drive. Knocked away. It's stolen by Curry. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Green kicks to Thompson. Left Trey gets it to go. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliates so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
Tatum Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
.59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside, Green. Another three for Golden State.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Horford in the post, defended by Wiggins. The kick out to Brown. No good on the three. Here's Golden State. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Passes it to Wiggins. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Smart. Back to Brown. Boston, no good that time either. Now here's Thompson. He dishes it to Curry. Fires the three. The shot will not go. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
Another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers. You know, a big part of why the Celtics dropped so much last season was they weren't very good on the road. Ended with a 14-27 record away from home, which was by far the lowest of any team in the East that made the playoffs.
There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
There's a screen by Williams. And White kicks to Richard. Smith. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's White. Off target from three-point range. And as you said, Clark, rarely can you win just over a third of your road games like the Celtics did and expect to make the playoffs. In the had they played closer to 500 on the road. You know, Steve, there's a good chance they could have ended up as the fifth or the fourth seed.
Well, in the Celtics case, it wasn't their defense, Kevin. It was their offense that betrayed them when they went out onto the road. They just couldn't win the close games. And some of it was just age and injury. But so many of those road losses from last year, it just came back to haunt them, and that's why they ended up with that 7th seed.
Offensive rebound. Here's Richard. And it's off from three-point range.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue to work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Right side, Williams. Tice, guarded by Porter. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Celtics making a switch here.
Tell you what, it had to be one of the best shooting performances of last season and perhaps even the last 10 years or so when Steph Curry dropped 54 on the Knicks and made 11 threes on that night, and everything was dropping.
Celtics trail by 9. We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. Off the run. No good. Excellent D here by Iguodala. And Clark mentioned the 54-point game for Curry. Sometimes performances like that can elevate a player's confidence to a new level. Steve, wouldn't you say that? I mean, it had to be incredibly empowering.
Especially when you do it in that building, at the mecca of basketball. And I think we saw what it did for Curry's confidence down the stretch and into the playoffs, where he really elevated his game to another level.
Celtics have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Down low. Left side, Williams. Uncovered. And the shot is good. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable. But last year it seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah. They added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, well, they'll run away with this one.
And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury, a lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up staying pat at the deadline, Steve. Even though there was, it seemed a lot of interest.
Well, you want to give that group, KG, Pierce, and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
An easy layup after coming off the pick.
He is really having a good quarter, a strong quarter, an efficient quarter, doing a lot of positive things out there.
Pass to Kuminga. Iguodala outside. The shot's good from Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got his first points of the game.
So they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Tice defended by Savanovic. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
He passes it to Curry. And the dunk by Payton.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And the first half is now in the books.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Saturday, the best day of the week. Let's make it even a little bit better with a halftime show. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Boston. An overwhelming display of dominance. They're running the show. Stephen Curry leads the game in scoring. He has 6 points, and he's had some good court vision, helping out in the assist department as well. On the other side, the Celtics have not gotten off to a good start. The outside shot just not there for them today. That certainly hasn't stopped them from trying. Might see some adjustments after the break. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now let's head on back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a lovely view of downtown San Francisco, panning over the Embarcadero and the Bay Bridge. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Ridiculous.
Tore it down that time. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there. And this is a guy who's made the power slam his trademark, Kevin. So we'll just have to see who he throws it down on tonight.
And, you know, he's also a tough finisher, Steve. There's very little a defender can do if he gets to within arm's length of the basket. You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had. And a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
Gets it to go. Thompson's got 5 more. Celtics trail by 12. Brown outside. A 3-ball. Good. Brown's got 6 here in this quarter. Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies. But it speaks to their maturity, their character, and the group they've put together. And it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
Smart passes to Horford. Now the dish to Smart. Feeds it to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. The pass to Wiggins. Back to Green. Passes to Wiggins. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Celtics trail by 9. He kicks it to Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to Brown. Smart. The shot's with Brown making the play. Smart's got 7 points in the game.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Warriors making a change here. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Thompson outside. Basket pool. Wiggins. Here's the 3. And that one's good. He's got 6.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Hey, look at the terrific outside shooting for the Golden State Warriors. That's where the league is going, it would seem. You know, spread the floor, penetrate and kick. So tough to guard anyone with that kind of floor spacing, but the Warriors in particular with those magical three-point shooting.
Back to Horford. Puts the lead pass in front of him. 4 on the shot clock. He hits Brown with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Well, going back to the value of long-range shooting, the new defensive philosophies teams have put into place in recent years, Clark, they've really put a premium on.
No question about it. I mean, you think about how teams defend. They load up on the strong side of the floor to deter drives and post-ups, try to have guys in the gaps and in the lane, and that creates opportunities for the three-point shot. The Warriors took full advantage of that.
You love talking about this stuff, the X's and O's.
It's always fun, man.
I know it. Tatum, and he banks in the layup. And now it's only a 5-point Warrior lead.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
36 seconds left in the third. And the basket pool. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
27 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Horford for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Outside, Green. He passes to Poole. Wiggins. There's the 3. He's got 8. And here's Brown outside. Offline. And we watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors ahead, leading by 8. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Well, they've also really been dialed in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Thompson inside the line, and it's Golden State with another.
Well, when you think about instant offense, his name comes to mind immediately. It doesn't take much for him to get it going and run off a string of buckets.
And you know, Steve, he's as level-headed a player as there is. If there's ever been an occasion when he's gotten flustered, I can't recall it. I've not seen it.
Wiggins He feeds it to Porter, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
And the Celtics making a change here. Smart kicks to White. Takes the three, and that one's good.
Something's starting to click for this team, guys. You can feel it. The three-pointers are dropping. Their offense is flowing.
They've had a great second half from long range.
Payton with the ball. Out guarded by Smart. Thompson dishes to Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
What a great play. Sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
And the Warriors making a change here. And White kicks to Horford. Williams passes to White. They get it back. Here's Horford. Some solid defense from Wiggins. Warriors leading by 7. Back to Payton. Payton right side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Tatum. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Passes it to Poole. Wiggins. Pass to Poole. Wiggins guarded by Horford. Shot clock at 5.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
And White kicks to Horford. Sinks the three-pointer.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Crowley's checked in for White. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Celtics trail by 6. Smart dishes to Horford. From out of the wing, he knocks it down.
Well, if you like offense, you'll love this game.
Yep, a high-scoring affair. Both squads saving their energy for the offensive end of the floor because they definitely aren't doing anything defensive.
It's tipped. 3 on 3. Williams.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and claw their way back in.
And they fed off their defense just as much as their offense in putting this run together.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Curry with it. Now guarded by Smart. Here's Wiggins. And the Warriors miss again. Celtics on offense. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And here's Brown outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Right there!
Tatum, led by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Tatum, he's covered by Thompson. Back to Williams. The kick out to Brown. Dishes to Smart. Horford. Brown outside. The feed to Horford. For 3! Off target from downtown. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie it.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Brown outside.
Knock it down. Right at the horn.
He knocks down the 3 to extend.
Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. So Golden State will get the first possession. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. On its way from Curry for 2. Bullseye! Curry's got the first basket here in overtime for the Warriors. Snap with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Now here's Smart. Here's Horford. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
To the inside, Thompson. And he converts the layup. And the Warriors lead by 1.
And now the crowd really getting into it.
Listen to that.
It is shaking in here, guys. Absolutely insane.
Kicks it to Smart. This one for 3. And that one's good.
That's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. It's extra time here, just over a minute into overtime.
Knocked away.
Green against Williams. The pass to Wiggins. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. Here's Smart. Horford sets a screen for Smart. 5 to shoot. Tatum. Curry with the defensive effort.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
He nails it. And we're tied up. Now a timeout called by Boston. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Tatum. Oh, nearly just a minute right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Another tie. Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. With Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We're going to keep this one going. It's stolen by Curry. And he finished it off with the lay-in. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary.
Thompson with the block. And they'll keep possession. And here's Brown outside. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Brown's got 21 in the game. The Warriors trailing. Curry with it. Now guarded by Smart. Curry passes to Poole. Back to Curry. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Smart kicks to Horford. He dishes it to Smart. Tatum. He's covered by Thompson. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pass to Curry. The dish to Thompson. feeds to Green. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Here's Brown. Back to Horford. He kicks to Smart. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. They get Stephen Curry. Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark we think more of for his medicine.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too.
He feeds it to Thompson. From downtown. Yes!
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Passes it to Wiggins. Gives him a lead pass. Green. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 3. There's 25 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just 1. Between the shot clock and game clock. That's the curve. Shot is not to run. It's hauled in by Brown. Well, the Celtics shooting it very well tonight. Yes!
That just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a gift.
And there's the